It's Happy Hour again from Uptown New Orleans. Hello, how you doing? I'm Grant Morris. Happy Hour is part of the family of shows on the podcast network. It's neworleans.com. When you walk into a bar in New Orleans and you pull up a bar stool, you never know who's going to be sitting on either side of you. What you do know is no matter what they look like, what they're wearing, whether they just got out of a limousine or just got out of jail, they're going to be happy to talk to you. Because that's New Orleans, and this is Happy Hour, a cocktail-fueled 60 minutes of random conversation with folks who have nothing in common. Other than we're all New Orleanians in a bar today, we're at the fabulous Wayfare on Ferret Street, which is a couple of blocks down from Napoleon Avenue, right across, of course, from the European Wax Center. Every time I say European Wax Center, they give us another $150. We're right across from the European Wax Center on Ferret Street. Here at Wayfare, they have 3-hour happy hours here every single day, where drinks are all half price and the food is half price as well. And it's already cheap to start with, and it's awesome. How are you enjoying your drinks? Sacha Owens is here.
Hi.
Who could probably kill both of these other guys with a glancing blow, I would say. Would you say that's true?
I don't know about that.
I would say that's true.
I would say it's true. Sacha is a professional bodybuilder and trainer. Is that correct? Do I have that wrong already?
No, it's correct. I'm retired bodybuilder.
Do you ever really retire from bodybuilding? Look at me.
It's kind of just maintenance now, but I don't compete anymore.
But I like this shirt because the last person
you.
who came on the show and says that she told me she was a bodybuilder, I asked her to take her shirt off, and she was a bit upset about that idea. But yours is sort of half exposed already, which is good. So you can just see a few muscles sticking out.
It's pre-cut.
Yeah, pre-cut. Where'd you buy that shirt at?
Carbon 38.
Is that a store or
it's an online,
a label? It's an online Carbon 38.
Yeah.
It's good to know. So what's the name of your gym? It's
Prime Fitness RX.
Prime Fitness RX, and
Yes.
it's downtown somewhere.
It's
If
downtown
anyone wants to come and look at you in real life. On Julia Street. And
Yes.
there's another one opening up somewhere as well.
Yes, we're opening one in the CBD. The Julia Street is in the warehouse district.
Okay. And the CBD is for people who like to work out and work.
Yes.
Instead of
because
being at work, they can
it's
go
going to
work
be
out.
in a really big office building in the Place St. Charles building on the 14th
it's in
floor.
Place St. Charles,
There's about
really?
2,400 tenants in that building,
And that's
which
a
are
good
all
floor
really.
to be on because that's the floor and you have to switch elevators to go up
And that is the floor. Yes,
to the next
that's the mezzanine.
20,000 floors.
Yes.
Oh, how cool. Well, congratulations. That sounds expensive.
I don't. do you like buying clothes online? I just don't get that. How can you buy
I have
clothes?
no time to go anywhere.
Yeah,
And
not
because
everybody has got time to run a mayoral campaign. You're looking at the next mayor of New Orleans, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Manny Chevrolet Bruno.
It's great to be back.
Thanks for coming back and seeing us. We're very excited to have you because you describe yourself as the future mayor. Is it? Well, the next mayor. I
Well,
think your
this
Facebook
is
page
not
says-
my first time in the rodeo. I've ran before. This is like my 4th time running. I'm the troubled man for troubled times.
A troubled man for trouble. Are you sticking with that slogan?
Oh yeah.
It's
Well,
been-
this time it's trouble never ends. That's the slogan now.
Trouble never ends.
Trouble never ends.
I'm writing that down.
And,
Maybe we can use that for the title of the show, actually.
There you go.
So I see that in your like yard sign or whatever it is now, that you have like 4 stars across the top, and one of them is shot out with a bullet.
Right. That was the yard sign from the election after Katrina.
That's a great looking sign.
Yeah. My wife designed that. She's a great
good.
artist.
Is
Yes.
are you bringing that back for this year's campaign?
Well, we're going to have yard cards, but we're going to have it say "Trouble Never Ends," I think. And this year we actually raised enough money because I'm a grassroots campaign guy. I'm not with the big parties. I'm an independent. I don't really make that much money. People don't really give me that much money,
Okay.
if any.
Well, we're going to change all that today, right, Sacha?
Well, we could have a telethon.
Yes,
Just turn this
absolutely.
into a telethon.
Yes, we can.
That's my-
George Elizondo is here, and he's personally extremely wealthy. Correct, George? He's a
I don't know
musician
about that. Yeah.
from
You know,
Managua.
musicians
So I guess you got the
tend to
next
be
round.
very,
You got the
very
next
rich.
round then, right? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Are you
sure.
buying drinks, George?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. It's very
Yeah,
kind.
no
What
problem.
are you drinking?
Anytime. I'm
This
drinking
beer looks
Two-Hearted Ale.
Two-Hearted.
Two-Hearted.
That's a great name. What are you drinking there?
This is Brooklyn something. I'm
Brooklyn
not much of
something.
a beer drinker, but I didn't want to start too early on the vodka.
Well, check it out with
Yeah.
Sacha. This is all she's drinking. She got a shot of vodka. I was at the bar with her. She got a shot of vodka and then puts her own water in it that she brings with her.
I do. I am
No, that's not water. That's just more vodka.
a stickler for the water.
Why do you bring your own water to a bar?
And all of my clients would laugh at this. Because the water that comes out of the guns at a bar or
Yeah.
anywhere in New Orleans that's tap water is horrible for you. I actually have an alkaline filter in my gym. that
Right. Well, I'm sure they have a
takes
filter
all the-
here. We're not drinking water out of the tap here, surely, at Wayfare.
You just never know.
What's water?
H2O.
Oh, okay.
Hydrogen
I
and
haven't had
oxygen.
that stuff in a long time.
You don't touch it?
No, I drink 4 liters. I drink 4 liters a day. You have to drink
Well,
4
they
liters
say
a
like
day.
What?
They say like 80% of your body's water, so I think I have enough, right?
I would think so. Then 71%
4
of it.
liters a day.
You drink 4 liters of water for real a day.
4 liters. This is
4
how I measure. Every day I have 4 liters. This is not the kind of water. This is just filled
This
up
is
from
just
my
a bottle
alkaline. So
that's
it's
1 liter of alkaline water.
Yep.
And what exactly is alkaline water?
alkaline water is it hydrates you better. It has oxygen in it,
It's
and it really
oxygenated
it
water.
increases your energy levels.
But water is H2O, right? We know that for a fact.
Well-
which is there's 2 molecules of hydrogen for every molecule of oxygen.
There's different types of water though,
Oh, there is?
and there's acidic and there's alkaline.
Well, how can you make it more alkaline if there's more oxygen? Is that what you're saying?
By using a filter and only by using a filter. Even bottled alkaline water is not alkaline because water loses its alkalinity after 48 hours. So it has a higher pH, but it doesn't have alkaline.
Wow.
Okay.
So
I did
if
not
I'm
know.
if I'm going to drink, which was the original question, with the vodka, I would add the alkaline water and the lemon because it's the healthiest
Well,
choice to drink.
what exactly is alkalinity? It's the opposite of acidity, right?
Yes,
So what does that mean? It's low pH.
it's a
Or
higher
high
pH.
Okay. So what does that actually mean? What's in it? It's not more oxygen. That's not true, is it really?
It does. It has more bubbles
How
in
can
it.
you get? Oh, it has bubbles.
Well, there's different.
It's oxygenated.
The filter has different levels. I could go on for hours about water.
Could you?
Yeah, it
Could you go on for about 40 seconds? So that would be enough. That would be interesting to actually get that nailed down.
Wait. You're the water expert, apparently. What's fluoridation in water? What's
Fluoride is bad.
Fluoride is bad?
Yeah.
We need
It
a column.
calcifies your
We need
pineal
a
gland.
list of shit that's
What's
bad.
it do?
It calcifies your pineal gland.
My pineal gland?
Pineal. Third eye.
My third eye?
Oh no! Come on!
Oh,
You can't be talking
Is that
about
part
it.
of
You're
the
meant to be a-
frontal?
But it makes the pizza dough so much
Low.
better. That's what fluoridated water makes pizza dough rise better.
No, yeah, and supposedly it's good for
Really?
your teeth.
Yeah.
It's just it's not good for you.
That's why all
Yeah,
New York
it's-
pizza has fluoridated water in it. And
That's why the
New-
pizza's so good in New York because
Yeah.
there's fluoride in the water. I've never heard that one before.
Yeah, it's
What
true.
about the bagels? What makes the bagels so good?
Probably the same thing,
It's
I
something
guess.
to do with the water.
You know?
And
I don't-
fluoride is, I think it's well established that fluoride's going to give us all cancer or something, isn't it?
calcifies your pineal gland.
Calcifies your pineal. What is a pineal gland?
It's your
not-
third eye.
It really is your third eye. I wouldn't expect someone who's
It's your
like a
consciousness.
bodybuilder to think that we have
Your
a third
con-
eye.
oh, I thought you were talking about the other
No, I mean
eye.
like being awake,
No, that's a
being
whole
conscious, and not being asleep.
So
Okay.
you believe...
Literally.
I thought you were
Not
talking
enough.
about my dick. And so I'm saying the third eye. That's what I
That's what you just assumed.
That's what I just assumed.
Well, you don't have a penis though, right,
No.
Sacha? So how would she be talking?
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's
I don't
ridiculous.
know. Okay.
Theory. Okay.
Wow.
So what? So you don't really believe we have a third eye, though, do you? That's just some sort of a...
Well, it's just it's kind of
Because April tells us that we do.
it's just another word for your consciousness, for thinking differently.
Is there not actually a gland in between your two eyes, though, is there?
Yes, it's a tiny cone-shaped gland.
There really is one.
Yes,
And what does it do?
it allows you to think for yourself and be conscious.
We have a real fact checker on this show. This C-Rock's job is to tell us at this
Yeah,
point.
it's a great Wikipedia article. It's a pretty long read.
Is there any truth to this C-Rock, or is this just alcohol talk?
I've only had like 2 sips.
That's what worries me.
Its primary function is to produce melatonin, so that's like what regulates like your sleep-wake cycle, I guess.
And that's actually in front of our brain, between the brain and the skull.
This
Yes.
is fluoride? That
No,
does
it's
it?
in your midbrain. It's pretty far back.
It's in the brain, according to
yes,
C-Rock. Sacha.
yes, it's in right.
Okay. So it's not in the front of your head like you were saying.
No, that's just I'm saying
It's a metaphor.
It's a metaphor, exactly. They call it the third eye, so I was pointing here as the third eye. Yes.
All right. But it's not actually there. It's in your
No,
brain.
it's in the
Manny,
back, and
actually-
it's a tiny cone-shaped little gland.
Manny,
Okay.
I think you meant your third leg, not your third eye.
Probably. I don't know.
All right. Well, we're off to a good start.
Yeah.
Okay. So alkalinity is extra oxygen. So we can
Yes.
do that if we. And what does it do if you drink regular water? How badly does it fuck you up? Because you're drinking 4 liters of it a day. That's a lot.
No, but yeah.
So how
but
much
it-
are you?
what?
How much are you peeing out of that? And how much?
So at first you do have to pee a lot more, but then your body gets used to it because it's
Right.
flushing out toxins.
Okay.
And it is a absolutely legit thing. And if you tried it,
I'm
and
sure
you,
it is.
most of my clients, if they start, I've had people come to me and think that they're clinically depressed. They're not. They're dehydrated. Because
Is that what it is?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
seriously, and water can make that much of a difference.
Really?
Absolutely.
Water is a cure for what we think is unhappiness.
Absolutely. In some cases, yes.
In some cases.
I thought this was the cure.
That's
Hangover
hilarious.
destroyer.
I was looking
I
at
thought
that.
this was the cure.
You
No,
want-
and if I even looked at the ingredients on that,
Take a look at the ingredients. We're going to get onto that right now. The ingredients of hangover destroyer.
polysorbate glycerol
Yeah,
and
that's it.
sorbate and things you can't pronounce, and sucralose, which is
All right.
awful. So yeah, this would not be good, and especially for a hangover, it's putting more chemicals in your body after putting more chemicals in your body.
Do you not know that it's the only all-natural product medically proven to prevent a hangover? And
Am I
do I
supposed to
have
be
to
endorsing them?
underline? Do I have to underline medically proven for you? It's medically proven to prevent a hangover. If you go to the Hangover Destroyer website right now,
Anything
or
with
anytime,
sucralose or aspartame is not good.
what is it? Sucralose.
Sucralose is basically like Splenda, and aspartame is equal. They're just bad. You shouldn't do any of the blue, pink, white, any of those sweeteners.
What's
ever.
a good color?
You can do the raw sugar, which is brown.
Brown. Brown's good for sugar.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do the
How
sugar.
do you know all this sort of stuff? Because you're really
Well, I'm a
into...
certified sports nutritionist.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Certified.
If anyone knows, it's
Yeah.
Sacha.
Certified sports nutritionist.
Well, I'm thoroughly depressed now after hearing
Have
all
a,
this.
have a glass of water and cheer yourself up.
Yeah, once you start finding out things about food and
I just,
I'm a plethora of
vegetables,
information.
it's
I do this
quite
every
a
day, and I have
depressing
a ton of
long
clients
road.
and consultations every day on what to eat and what not to eat and what to drink. So,
Okay, well, let's start.
So what happens if you drop dead tomorrow, though? What's going to be the reason?
What a terrible
who,
question.
me?
Yeah.
I would be hit by a bus or something. I wouldn't die from being unhealthy, that's for sure.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
Or being dehydrated.
do you eat meat?
I do.
You do eat
I
meat.
don't eat. I eat lamb, venison,
That's
duck,
meat. Duck.
and rabbit. And
Grass-fed, free
yes,
range kind
and,
of. Yeah.
but I also do things according to your blood type,
right.
What, you
the
don't-
meat and the dairy aspect.
What is your blood type?
Mine is A, so I would not have any dairy, and I would not have any red meat. But I don't consider venison or any of the gamey stuff.
Have you all seen this documentary, What the Health?
Yeah,
seen-
I've heard
There's
of
a ton
it.
of them.
I mean, there's a ton of them, but I recently
on
saw that one.
Netflix.
It's the only documentary that's made me reconsider things. I've watched a lot of them, but it's really the only one. In 28 years, it's the only one. So
Are you 28 years old?
I am 28 years old,
Have
yeah.
you been watching documentaries about your health since birth?
Yes.
I thought maybe you were actually 36 and you started at 8 or something. But you've been doing this from the beginning. Okay.
No, yeah.
And that's the only one that's convinced you that maybe you should change your diet. What's in it that's so convincing?
Well, you got to watch it. There's a lot of things in it.
Well, I'm not going to watch it if it's that depressing.
It's all about basically trying to focus on a plant-based diet, you
Okay.
know, and how meats are, cancer filled with cancer, basically, carcinogens.
Carcinogens. What all meat is carcinogenic, they're suggesting in
Yeah.
this thing.
Well, the USDA recently just made that official. So just as much as tobacco, yeah, red
And
meat.
that's why I stick with the gamey meat, the venison, the rabbit,
Right.
the duck. And that's not all the time. That's just something that is an option for me instead of others. And then fish has got to be wild caught also.
Yeah.
How would you know what you're eating? We have to eat at home all the time.
You have to what?
Where would you go for dinner? Like tonight, if we're going out for dinner, you and me.
You just have to watch what you order. I'm actually going to Merrill tonight. I'll have the yellowfin tuna wraps.
Okay. How much is that?
What do you mean?
Is it expensive?
Merrill?
Yeah.
Not really.
Not bad.
No,
okay.
I think it's pretty.
Never been.
Who's going? I've
Never heard
have
of
you
it.
been there, man?
I've never
You ever
heard
heard
of
of
it.
Merrill? That's Emerald's new place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's
For a
named
second,
after
I
his
thought
daughter.
you were talking about emeralds. And I was
It's
like,
well, yeah. His daughter's name is Merrill, and it's just basically without the
Emerald
E.
named his daughter Meryl? Oh, that's...
Bam!
Sorry. Sorry, I
That's
had to
quite
find
the
that out.
ego
That's-
trip.
That's going a little bit too far, isn't
So
it?
anyway,
How
but
old is she?
I don't know her personally. I don't.
Do you know him?
I
He seems like he'd be a fun guy to hang out with. What is
yeah,
he? What does
a
he
lot
eat?
of fun.
Is he a healthy eater? He doesn't look that healthy.
My uncle was his organic farmer, so I know that he ate a lot of
Okay.
rabbit.
Organic
farm.
rabbit. So your uncle has an organic rabbit farm.
Yes, in Mississippi, a long time ago, but I don't.
Shit, that would be the gig to get into. Having a
Right?
rabbit farm. How hard could that be? And organic means you just don't feed them anything, right? You just
No.
make them eat weeds outside, like rabbits.
But you have to remember, the bottom line is you are what you eat. And you don't want to eat a bunch of meat that is pumped full of hormones.
Right.
And they, look at the size of a chicken back in the 1950s and look at the size of a chicken now that, they're just,
What's
they
the
have
diff-
on a farm.
Were they bigger then or smaller?
No, they're bigger now.
They're
They're bigger
smaller.
now.
They can't even walk. It's a very sad thing. Just
It's
like he was
terrible.
talking about the documentary. I mean, there's just
Yeah, but what
a
about
lot
this,
to
this
see.
whole free range chicken? Or free range
Yeah,
chicken.
so the chicken's
Cool.
happier.
Oh, I
Then
think
we go back to the.
Yeah, but I don't
then we
see.
go back
I
to
don't,
the pineal gland.
I don't see chickens like going, downtown or
No,
every
but if the
time I
chick-
see chickens, they're right there by the barn. They're not really going anywhere. So
Okay.
why are they free?
Because they're free to run around and they're happier. And when you kill an animal or when an animal is slaughtered, then you're taking in the stress that animal took in when it was killed. That's what you're eating.
Really?
That's what you're
Okay.
eating. Absolutely.
I'm eating the stress of an animal.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought it was just eating the thigh or the wing.
white meat or duck meat.
And that's
That-
the problem with America.
That does make sense, I guess. If
guess.
you're, killed traumatically, that it would have that trauma would have some sort of resonance in
Absolutely.
your body. I would,
Yes.
whether or not that can make it through the cooking process, I don't know, but
Yeah.
I would think it's a pretty. But these free-range chickens, quote unquote, and free-range chicken eggs and all that, I believe that's just a bunch of bullshit. That they really, the definition of organic or free-range is that they have to be able to be outside, but that I think includes.
Well, they have certain chicken coops. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be outside. There's certain chicken coops where they have these I don't know how to say it in English. In Spanish,
Say it
it's
in
called
Spanish,
mayas. Mayas.
Nets.
Yeah, nets where sunlight can come through
Right.
them, and
It's
they're
like
not kept
mesh.
in these small cages. They can roam
Right.
around and
It's
they
screened.
have
Exactly.
food available for them.
And the cages are
Right.
so small they can't move. They can't even stand
Right.
up. They
Right.
can't move. They're just
Right.
they're literally just pumped full of hormones to make them bigger so they can sell more of it and have a quicker distribution.
Yeah.
It is disgusting.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's awful.
Right.
And
So
that's why you see younger girls that are developing earlier in life because they're eating these
Right.
chicken
Right.
these hormones.
Well, that's the upside of it. What about other things that you do eat, like duck, for example? Is there a nice way to kill a duck that would?
There's not a
make you
nice way to
feel
kill a
better
duck, but
about
when
eating
something
it?
is hunted, it's different because
That sounds horrible too. if
it is
you're gonna
horrible.
chase
It's all
something
horrible,
down.
and it is all. What I'm saying is the difference between something being hunted. It's this thing has lived in the woods or wildlife for
So it's not as stressed out when it gets killed.
exactly.
Okay.
It's true.
It still sounds horrible to me.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's all bad.
I'm not
Yeah,
saying
I
I'm
mean,
vegan, and I'm not
there's-
saying
there's
I'm
certain
just saying,
things
I'm giving
that
you
when
the
you see
facts
them,
about
there's
it.
no turning back. For
Yeah.
example, I'll eat duck. That's fine. I used to eat foie gras.
Foie gras.
I used
draw
to
the
eat
line
foie
at
gras,
that.
but that's you see how that's made, and
That's force
you'll
feeding.
think, yeah,
geese.
you're force
They
feeding
stick a
it
tube down its throat.
till they're choking.
Manny, did you
basically.
even know that?
What?
They stick a tube down geese's throats and
Stuff them.
stuff them full of
I did not
grain.
know that.
Well,
That's how
I
they
figured,
make foie
I'm
gras.
only going
Goose
around
foie.
once, so I'm gonna have a good time. I'll eat what I
So you
want.
don't have a conscience about this?
No, I don't have a
You don't give a shit about the animals at all?
No, I don't. Actually, I do because I'm against the domestication of animals. People having pets. That's what really pisses me
Oh my God!
off.
Today's my French bulldog's 3rd birthday, and so whatever.
Hang on a second. What do you mean? I've never heard in my life anyone say they're against pets.
I am. I don't.
Yes, I
don't
know.
like.
I heard you
I
say
don't
it.
like. My child has never gone to the circus.
And that's why he thought
She's
his third
never
eye was
gone-
a dick.
What's that? What?
What? Hang on.
I didn't
Your
catch
kids
that.
never.
but,
Well, there's no circus to go to
I'm sure
anymore,
it
so
was,
there is that.
Right, because it's cruel.
The circus is cruel.
Yeah.
Okay. What about owning
yeah,
a
circuses
dog?
are damn cruel.
What's that?
What about owning a dog? That's what I
Never
thought.
owned a dog in my life.
You think that's cruel?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
Okay, then we're onto something really weird.
Why?
Well,
What would you rather happen to the dogs
I
in the
think
world?
it's great to see packs of dogs just roaming wild.
Where?
On the streets of New Orleans. I've seen it
Those
actually
dogs
here.
are so unhappy.
Yeah, those dogs are not happy. I think cats can fend for themselves a little bit more when it comes to like them going in groups in the streets. That's
Dude,
why New Orleans is more of a cat city.
You've
but,
got to be careful what you say if you're going to be the mayor of New Orleans. You can't go around.
Hey, I'm
go
saying
around
it
being
like it
against
is.
domesticated animals.
I'm saying it like it is.
Do you know how many people own dogs?
Yeah, I know. And I see
Look,
them.
it's Sasha's dog's third birthday.
And I just posted it, and I'm going to show you.
Let's take a look at him. What's his name?
Charlie the gym dog.
Charlie the gym dog. Okay. Do you have a dog, George?
No, but my family owns 3 French poodles back at home in Managua.
In Managua?
Which we love
3
very
French
much.
poodles?
No, actually, we have 5 dogs now back at home, yeah.
5?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this dog in the gym. Okay.
Doesn't look very happy. He looks a little stressed out if you ask
He
me.
always
Do
looks
you
like
give
that. He's
him
a French bulldog.
Looks like he's ready to get killed.
alkalified water? Do you give your dog?
He gives out
Hey,
alkaline
alkaline
yes,
water.
he
Alkaline.
does.
Here's my
I'm
cat
sorry.
doing yoga.
Your cat doing yoga?
Yeah. That was just yesterday morning.
Charlie's a yoga dog. He does the yoga too.
So that's pretty good. So what do you think about my cat doing yoga? Manny, you would have that killed, put down?
No, I don't. I just think, hey, if you want to have a cat, have a cat.
He's doing yoga.
Well, I don't really
That's
want
a
to have a
fit
cat, but I
dog.
ended up with a cat.
That's a very fit dog. If I've
That
ever
dog's
seen,
in good shape, right?
it's in better shape
So
than
do
I
you
am.
like
That's for
picking
sure.
up your dog shit?
Say that
What?
again.
What's
Do you
that?
like picking up the dog shit?
It's like not a big deal at all when you love your pet.
Yeah, I mean, you have to do that if you live in the city. If you lived in the country, if you lived on, for example, organic rabbit farm in Mississippi, you could let the dog take a crap wherever it wants. But in the city,
Right.
you have to pick it up.
Yeah, it's against the law. I
mean,
think. Yeah.
so
But do you
You don't-
like it? You actually like it?
That's not what I think about when I think
Yes,
of my dog.
I love it. It's awesome.
I see these
If I
people,
don't get to
I
pick
just
up dog
remember
shit,
that
I
old
feel
joke.
bad.
I don't know who had
like
that
4
joke from
pints.
the 90s. There was a joke from the 90s where if Martians saw people walking their dogs and then they picked up the dog shit and put it in a bag and then like walked with the piece with the bag of shit, things like, who's in charge here, the dog or the
Right,
human?
right.
You know, that's what I'm thinking about.
Well, they take care of each other, and it's not like a who's in charge kind of deal. It's more of like, because I believe the pets also help the human.
And that's true. Well, they do. That's why we
Absolutely.
have them, because we love them. And they make us happy.
Okay.
Maybe if you had a dog, you'd feel a lot better.
No, I don't think so.
I'm against people
Listen,
having.
if there's one
but
person in the world that's
certain kind of
depressed,
pets.
I can't be happy. That's the way I look at it.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
That's an old Woody Allen joke. If you knew your movies, you'd know that
I
line.
don't know that line.
Okay, all right.
What's it from?
It's from, I think it's from Annie Hall.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm not the only person in America who refuses to go to a Woody Allen movie anymore. Since he married his daughter, I put me off the whole Woody Allen.
Well, that movie's from the 70s, though.
That was before he married his daughter, I think.
That was
I
after
still
Diane
put a ban-
Keaton. That was
I still
before-
put a banning order on Woody Allen.
Okay.
That's what I think is wrong. But do you think owning
think-
a dog is...
I don't think it's wrong.
Right.
If you want to own it, fine. Own it. I'm just not going to own a dog.
Because you think it's cruel.
I think it's cruel.
That's a very interesting theory.
I think it's cruel to own certain kinds of pets. I think dogs is not the case, but there's cases where people own like tigers as pets. There's this small town in Texas that people there, it's some kind of trend. I don't know what the deal is, but there are more tigers held as pets in small cages in that town than there are in the entire planet.
Wow.
And this is just the thing, you drive around, certain areas in Louisiana, and you see them at a gas station.
Well, there's
you know?
a tiger in a gas station
Yeah.
between here and Lafayette.
Right, and that's awful.
Yeah.
That's an awful,
That-
awful thing. I mean, that's
that was
like
ridiculous.
that's zoo kind of.
Yeah, it's exactly what a
captivity,
zoo is.
you know?
It's a zoo.
Yeah.
Basically, a zoo.
It lives in a cage in a gas station.
Well, people owns, they have them in their backyard.
Put a tiger
I
in your
didn't know that
tank.
was even legal. I didn't even know that was legal to own a tiger. Sea-Rock, what is the name of this town in Texas?
Working on it.
That is very bizarre.
It is pretty bizarre.
It is. Very crazy. Okay.
Joe Rogan was talking about it, but
Who was?
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right.
That's a good podcast.
Yeah, that's your competition.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
I think we can knock Joe Rogan off the number one. I think it's the number one podcast in America, maybe after, what's his
Yeah, I
name?
wouldn't be surprised.
Mark Maron, probably.
Mark Maron. That would be. Now, what's the other guy's name I'm thinking of? The guy from LA. I can't think of his name now. Isn't that terrible? He used to be on the radio. You must know who I'm talking about. Okay, so what's
Jay
the-
Moore?
What's the
Norm Macdonald?
Howard Stern.
Howard Stern?
Howard's turn? No, someone else. What was what's the plan to raise money then to become the mayor? How much do we need to get you elected?
How much you got?
We don't have anything. We don't have anything. But I'm worried that
I'm not worried about money. You know,
Okay, money doesn't matter.
I do my thing. I do my shtick. I try to bring a message across to the people every 4 years, and the people don't listen. If you want to keep,
Strangely enough.
the thing is, when we ran in 2000, the 4 hot topics were corruption at City Hall, blighted houses, the streets, the potholes, and the crime.
Yeah.
And you know what? We're still talking about those same 4
Right.
things
Yeah.
now. So why do we keep electing these career politicians? Why do we keep electing these rich businessmen? They're only in it for themselves. So, I mean, I've always said if you want really radical revolutionary change for this town, you have to start with someone like me, who's just going to, you know, boom, come in there, clean house, get rid of corruption. I mean, here's what it comes down to about corruption. In this town, for so long, for many, many years now, there are people who are used to getting more than they deserve. And then there are people for so long who have been used to getting less than they deserve. As your mayor, I will make sure everyone gets exactly what they deserve. Because I have no friends to pay off, Graham. I mean, I don't have any friends at all, really, if you think about it.
Okay. You don't even have a dog. Okay. So you're the honest candidate. Well, they're all going to say that, though, right? As soon as you get elected, it's going to be all bets are off. You'll be just human like everybody else. Someone comes to you and says, "Can you fix my parking ticket?" And you're like, "Okay, sure." And that's the beginning. That's how it starts. Next thing you know,
What?
I don't know. What has Mitch Landry done that's so terrible in the corruption department?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of contracts, a lot of stuff. Where was
Oh,
all
I
these
see, I
the
see.
contracts that go out to these people? Look at the Sewerage and Water Board had millions and millions of dollars, and what were they doing with it? Someone has it.
Yeah,
You know,
well-
people always say we need to raise taxes, and all that, millage and all that kind of stuff. But there is money. The city has money,
No, yeah,
tons
it's
of money.
It's
Right.
being
but,
pocketed.
But it's being, exactly.
It's all
being
going to the wrong
pocketed.
places.
It's going to the wrong places.
It's going to
Okay.
people's pockets.
Exactly.
Yeah, all these people in the
this
Sewage
is
and
the
Water Board we found
same
out.
Same story as always. You're
Right. For New Orleans.
Not for anywhere in the world, really.
Well, yeah.
Or for most places in the world.
But
Okay,
this-
so you
Except
would
for like
actually
Norway or something.
Norway? That's
Yeah.
straight ahead and honest.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, why don't we
I
elect a
think they trust.
Norwegian
I think they
person?
trust their government because they take care of them. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I've never been to Norway. I have no idea.
Are you from here originally?
No, I'm from Los Angeles.
Hi.
Yeah.
What's funny about that, Sasha? How,
She's drinking too much water.
how long
it
have
looks
you?
like.
How long have you been here? Well, she's happy because she drinks 4 liters of water a day.
That's not water.
I think.
That's not water. What's not water? That's not water?
I'm just messing with you, kid. Calm down, all right?
How many liters? What is that? That's a pint of beer.
Right.
So how much is a liter? I mean, it's one of these.
33.
33 ounces.
Yeah. So it would take 8 ounces of water to flush out 1 ounce of alcohol.
Ah,
That's not a
So
bad
I
deal.
usually,
it's a pretty good ratio, actually.
yeah, that's why
So if you have one drink,
Mm-hmm.
by the time you get back downtown to Merrill, you'll be
I,
equilibrium.
4 ounces for 4 ounces. 8 ounces for
For every
every
drink.
1
1 ounce of alcohol. And then with
ounce of
caffeine,
alcohol.
it's the same amount. Every
Ah, caffeine.
For
Right.
sure.
count to
Do you
count.
drink coffee?
For sure.
1 glass in the morning, but I do the bulletproof coffee, which is organic, and then I put bulletproof collagen protein powder in it. it's
So
like a
how many
mixture.
ounces of vodka would
But
you
the-
say are in this drink?
Probably one.
1.
Just 1
It's
ounce?
a one shot.
Yeah.
That's an ounce. That's 1.5,
Yeah.
Asher? Is it 1.5 ounces? Okay, that's 1.5. So you need a 10,
Usually
10
in every
ounces.
bar, the status is, status quo is you ask for a drink, they'll give you an ounce.
That's a
Unless you ask for a
standard
double,
pour.
which is
That's a standard
2
pour.
ounces.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, are you still working in a restaurant? Last time you were on the show,
You're
you
going to
were-
the wrong bars, man.
Oh, well, there's generous bartenders as always.
Are you still serving?
No, I am
You quit?
actually.
Yay.
I'm gonna be bartending
Oh, whereabouts?
at the Bulldog.
Whoa. Okay. That could be fun. The one on Magazine Street.
Yeah.
All right, that could be an interesting gig.
Yeah. I mean, it's money, so
Yeah.
I'll try.
Well, how's the music business going? What's going
It's
on
good.
with the band?
It's very good. Just recorded a record with Nebula Rosa, which I'm very, very excited about.
Right. What's it called?
Doesn't have a name yet, actually. We
that's
just
where we
finished
can
the
help
record.
out.
But yeah, this is where
Andrew
we can get
Duhon is
creative.
usually here.
What kind of music is it?
And we've
It's well, it's essentially a rock band, but we infuse like Latin American rhythms with rock and roll, and every song is different, has its own little personality to it. But yeah, it's essentially a rock band though. Nebula Rosa.
If you'd like to get a bit of a surprise right now, we can make George play a song, and you'll go, "Holy shit! I didn't know that guy was this talented." You'll be shocked.
Sure.
Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I won't play a Nebula Rosa song just yet,
Okay. What do you want to play?
but I'll play a song. Hold on.
Okay.
Will this thing pick up from this
Yep,
distance?
yep.
Just gotta move this right here.
No, you can sing it. You want to sing to that? I'll move this one. We have it all figured out.
I'm going to go get 4 ounces of vodka. I'll see you later.
Okay. April will get you a drink if you want one, if you want to stay here.
I'm gonna take these headphones off because it's gonna get in the way of these strings right here.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I'll move this mic down so
Yeah,
it's
Stoli, that'd be great. Matt, what's her name?
April.
April. I have a tab open.
Anyways, in the subject of corruption, I wrote this song, and it's kind of like a little world that I. Essentially, the song is taking the opportunity in my imagination to really, to come across somebody who I think has been causing a lot of corruption either in the city or in Nicaragua or wherever it is in the world, and taking the opportunity within the song to be able to strangle that person, essentially.
I like it. I like it.
Anyways, it's just... and then at the end of the song, the guy, before his last moments of life, he says, he gives a piece of advice to where you see that, there was something human inside of him anyways, but there was always a misunderstanding of why he was corrupt and how he got into the business of corruption, essentially. And it's hopeful in that way. Anyways, the song is called The Hold Up. Take my Rolex, take my Benz. Have the keys, just drive away. There's a $500,000 in this case. You can have it all, just please let me live. It's not your money that I need. I could care less about your things. Don't seem to remember me now. Let us start with one small hit. I am
crying. It's not as if you cried then. Time is up, no in between. Your last words I won't forget. They were pick your roses and your blues. Put 'em in a song and sing it. Pick your roses and your blues. Put 'em in a song and sing it. Pick your roses and your blues. Yeah. Put 'em in a song and sing it. And sing it. Let it ring out and ring out.
Yeah.
Wow. What did you think of that, guys?
Amazing.
Sasha,
Very
isn't
good.
it something?
Very nice.
Manny?
Amazing.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
Very nice indeed.
Thanks, y'all.
Beautiful. You got a great voice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Very nice. And I love the sort of Latin guitar sound.
Yeah, it's
that
a
you play
nylon
with.
string.
Well, just not, well, I don't mean not the guitar, but the way you play it.
Oh, for sure.
Don't you like that? It's like a.
So if you went to the studio and recorded that, have you recorded this song?
No, not yet.
Okay, I mean, but you would probably add in guitar solos
Yeah.
and,
Well, maybe a
harmonies
guitar
and-
solo, but yeah, it would be more of
But you would keep it acoustic, or you'd have added drums and bass and all that?
I haven't come to that yet. I haven't really thought about how I would do that song.
Because I was listening to that
So-
song thinking, there's a point there where you should just break out and just, I'm thinking,
Right.
just start strumming, because there's anger in that song, and it's a sad song, but it is an angry song. And what's it called again?
The hold up.
The Hold Up, exactly.
Yeah.
And the last song you played when you were on here was called Mutilate Him.
No, that's it called Good Manners.
Good manners. But
That's
the-
about
the
something else entirely.
chorus was about mutilation.
There's a theme going
It
on.
was
Am I,
not about-
am I remembering that incorrectly?
There's a lyric about that, but it's about that song's about a girl who tricks guys into thinking that she loves them, and then she doesn't. And in a way, that's its own form of mutilation.
Okay. Is the chorus mutilate him?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Thank you.
Are you in a
No further
relationship right now? No? No,
No.
really? I wonder why.
What about when you wrote the song?
Yeah.
No.
No?
No.
Is that right? How come you're single?
I don't know.
What's the story there?
Well, I just haven't met anyone.
But you must have been with somebody recently. Did something happen?
It's
Did you
been-
How long?
It's been about 3.5 years.
3.5 years.
Yeah.
Really?
Since I've been in a relationship. I mean, I've had, my moments.
Right. You've been dating and
Yeah.
had the occasional
But
girlfriend.
an
I see.
actual relationship, yeah, it's been about 3.5, 4 years, yeah.
And how long have you been married, Manny?
12 years.
12 years.
Yeah.
So you'd think that would be the other way around, wouldn't you, Sacha, if you just met these guys?
Well,
I'm a lot older. He's a young
he's
guy.
Young.
That's true.
He's
He's
so
28.
young.
Yeah, 28.
He's got
You're
time.
28. You
Yeah,
should
he's
just
got
wait till
time.
you're 40.
Yeah, you've been
Yeah,
married
well,
for a
you know,
long time, too.
We've been together for 9 years.
9
and
years.
7
Right.
years married.
All right.
Yeah. So he's 28 years old.
Yeah,
Come
you have
on.
to
Yeah, you
go
know,
have
he
fun,
should-
live your life, and
He
it'll
shouldn't be
just come
settled
when
down
you're
right now. He should
when
not
you're
be
ready.
settled down.
It took me a while
When you least expect
to
it.
understand that. It took me a while to understand not to like just jump into relationships because I was always very eager, and then it would always be a mistake.
No, you should pour
Always.
yourself into your
Not
work.
always,
You
not
should pour
always.
yourself into your work, and then because you're an artist, and that's what you should do.
Right. You don't
And
think
then
those two
there's-
things can go together?
Well, she'll show up when it's ready.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you can't find anyone by looking for them, can you?
No.
Well, yeah, there's Tinder.
No. Oh God! See, that's before my time. I
I've
don't
never
even
tried
know.
it, but-
I have no idea anything. One of my
What
stepson
is
was
it?
making a joke about that the
Tinder.
other day.
What's
Tinder.
You've got to be
It's a
kidding.
match thing or something like that?
Yeah, you never
Yeah.
heard of Tinder?
I'm a married
Okay,
man.
get Tinder out. It's on your phone, right?
I don't have Tinder.
You don't have
No, I've
Tinder?
never tried it.
Really?
I've been this close, and then I'm always like,
Why would
do
I
it.
know? Why would I know something about Tinder if I'm a married man?
Well, because everybody knows about it. You know about dogs, and you don't want dogs.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
know about
This is
things.
my first phone.
The first phone ever.
Yeah, for me. I've never
Really?
had a phone
You never had a
before.
cell phone before this? What is it?
It's a. I have no idea. My wife got it for me. It's a
How you liking it?
GL9 or
Okay.
B3 stunk my
It's
battleship.
quite
I don't
fun,
know.
isn't it? Because you can talk to people and text them. And
I find it very annoying at times.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm still figuring it out. That's the thing.
how long have you had a cell phone for?
About 6 months now.
6 months.
Yeah.
What did you do before that, actually?
I called people up on the landline,
You
or
did?
I wrote postcards to people.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
what's wrong with that?
Well, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's
But I
very-
did. I mean,
very
I used to. I
unusual.
email people. I mean, emailing. I know
Right.
how to do that. I've been doing that for years.
That's a computer. That's a different.
Yeah, it's a
well,
whole
you can do
different
it on your-
ball game.
People
I
don't-
find this very heavy. I don't like holding this. It's just in my pocket. It's,
Yeah, it's
so
annoying.
heavy. It's so annoying.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe you could do a bit of bodybuilding or weightlifting.
There you
Wouldn't-
go.
Wouldn't feel so heavy.
Maybe I don't
And
know.
working out. How long a day do you spend working out, Sasha?
Oh, I used to. I train other people all day now.
Right. Does that include you working out or just?
You
Talking
would
to-
think, but being a business owner and owning a 24-hour gym, it's
Wow.
it's just nonstop. And it's me and my husband. We're equal partners, and I have a few trainers that work for us. But my clients want to work with us
Right.
when they've been with us. So and
I'm a member of the NOAC. Mm-hmm. It's a good club. I like their club. I
Yeah.
like their pool.
yeah,
I love that.
that pool is that's their selling point there. They have
The
that
NOAC
pool.
is great. You go there, you work out, you take a steam, a sauna, you go take a swim,
I have
and then
saunas.
you go to the bar. They have a
Well,
bar
that's
right there.
Perfect. That's New Orleans for you.
Yeah, it's great.
And you're still not strong enough to lift a cell phone.
I can lift
mysterious.
it. Look, I'm lifting it right now. I just don't like it in my pocket, having to walk around with this thing
Right,
in my
so it's
pocket.
annoying.
It's annoying.
NOAC
I don't even have a wallet.
is
I hate wallets too because they're annoying.
All right. Well, you're an
just a
interesting-
totally different type of gym than we have. We have a boutique gym.
Right.
So
What's the difference between that and the NOAC? What would Manny do differently if he showed up? at your
NOAC is a lot bigger, and it's older equipment. We have state-of-the-art brand new equipment and 3,500 square feet and infrared saunas, alkaline water,
And alkaline
dry
water.
cleaning.
Okay.
We
Do
do
you,
dry
know,
cleaning.
you have a pool?
That's what I said. I said NOAC has a pool and is a lot bigger. So
Right.
And they
But
have
what's it-
fencing classes at the NOAC.
Fencing. That's
Fencing
handy.
classes,
What's
yeah.
an infrared sauna?
So the infrared sauna kind of goes in with the alkaline water. You want to drink a lot of alkaline water and then sit in the sauna and
sweat
sweat
it
it
out.
out. Yeah.
Right.
It really gives
Okay.
you a lot of mental clarity.
Right. I've always noticed that when guys get out of jail, they're really in great shape. Mm-hmm. And they've had done nothing except, do push-ups in the cell, basically.
A lot of body weight exercises.
Right.
Yes.
So these guys, they don't have access to alkaline water or a great gym or anything, but these guys come out of jail looking like, awesome-looking guys for a few months.
Right.
What goes on? I mean, couldn't you just strip it right down to like a skipping, a jump rope and push-ups?
Absolutely,
And
you could. And we, when we opened, we had a lot of equipment that we bought and we actually sold within the first 6 months. We didn't need that, and
I did that too.
We
that
we
Nordic
went to
track.
more of the. Well, we have the Stairmaster, Precore, treadmills, rowers, Matrix, seated elliptical. But we also have a lot of free weights and the cables and all state-of-the-art Cybex equipment, and we have benches that are movable. We have a few machines for the legs, but we do have the squat rack, Smith machine, TRX, and kettlebells. So there's a lot that you can do with all of that, and you don't need just machines to, you know, and that's intimidating to a lot of people too. And it's just, we are where we are in the world, you know, 2017 with working out. It's just a different world.
Everybody wants
I think
stuff.
when it comes to working out, a lot of people focus on, like you were saying, you know, you do 100 push-ups a day or, you know, 100 squats or whatever, but I think it's more about, like, your diet, you know?
Absolutely.
Like what you eat.
It's 85% your absolutely.
Because you could do
85%, yes.
Because you could do like 100 push-ups and look amazing
couldn't
and
do
ripped,
100 push-ups,
but
actually.
inside your heart is like
Right.
crying, like,
Okay.
stop feeding me spam.
So 85%.
His
If I
diet.
eat healthy,
In my opinion, yes.
is that right? That changes everything.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people don't know.
Especially for people who are older,
I mean,
like
I'm not.
me and you.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
for me and you, I guess it's...
I would prefer to just eat right and not work out at all. Is that what you're saying?
You can absolutely do that. I don't believe in
Yes.
diets. The first 3 letters in diet, die. I don't
Okay.
believe in those. I do believe that every single person is different. It's one of the reasons that we named our gym Prime Fitness RX, which is prescription for the individual. And
Right.
every single person that walks in that gym gets a different evaluation, different training, different meal plans, different, and everything that I gauge from, you know, anywhere from blood type to size, whatever's good for that person, and everyone's different. So
That sounds expensive.
Have you ever heard of this place on, it's over on Tulane and Broad? It's called Best of Life. It's right on the corner, caddy corner from the courthouse.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah, I've seen
restaurant
that
What
and a
is that
pharmacy.
place all about?
That's right.
It's a farm. So the Best of Life, food and drugs. I love it.
Have you ever been in it?
Yeah, I walked
What
in there.
goes
once.
on in there?
It's basically like a Chinese takeout place, and you can also get a prescription filled there. It's a pharmacy restaurant. It's the Best of Life, food and drugs.
yeah, and they probably serve a lot of tap water that has fluoride in it. It goes along right with that. Take
Do we
those
have-
drugs. I do not take any prescription drugs.
You won't take anything?
Yeah,
No.
that's
No,
garbage.
that's
You neither, George.
No,
Really?
because there's an herbal.
Well,
there's an herbal.
unless yeah.
Option for everything. Like for joint pain, for inflammation, you should be taking turmeric. You know, things like that. You drinking certain juices, cold pressed juices.
You know, you look at you look at old people nowadays, right? And like they
You're looking at one right now.
wait, no, what?
Older than me.
Like
That's
older, yeah. I mean, people
old
who
are you?
are
68.
You're old.
No, not really.
Yeah. Can you double your age and still be alive? No, you can't.
Oh, could I double my age and still be alive? No, I don't think so at
You're
this
an old
point.
person then.
How old are you?
That's a good
I'm
way of putting
54.
it.
There's no way. I consider myself an old person too.
no.
Because I'm not living to 108.
54. Well, that's you don't
That's
know.
only because you
That's
say
a
you're not
weird
living.
way-
You,
yeah,
you
that's a
say
weird
you're not
way
living
to,
that long, then you won't.
that's a weird
Good
way.
point. And also, that's this very strange formula to come up with.
Yeah, it's
You
a
know
very
whose formula
weird way
that
to
is?
measure.
You know whose
Confusing.
formula that is?
Whose?
Dustin Hoffman.
I was going to say Woody Allen. I was going
No,
to.
Dustin Hoffman. That's his formula.
Really?
Yeah, I saw it in an interview with him.
Well, that's pretty. I mean, he's an actor, for Christ's sakes.
What is that? So?
Not,
I'm an
not,
actor.
not
I'm an
known
actor
for
for
their
Christ's
genius.
sake.
Okay, well,
You know.
point taken. I don't think you come up with a different formula that's just made up. Because once you get to like 40 or 30, 35 even, who knows? You never know how old you're going to look to.
The thing is, yeah,
you know,
it's just
You're as old as you feel.
I would come
Yeah,
up with
exactly,
triple. I would
exactly.
say triple your age. You make yourself feel a lot better.
Drink more water.
Right.
The right
with-
kind.
with alkaline.
That's right.
So if we
Alkaline
drink the water out of the tap here in New Orleans, does that have fluoride in it?
No fluoride.
We don't have fluoride in it.
No fluoride, but we do have
Zero.
A
lead.
lot of other things.
We have
Yeah,
lead.
we got a ton of lead.
See, right, what's the name of this town in Texas where the tigers
Yeah.
are?
It's just all over Texas. I got a suburb of San Antonio. Some guy had 22 tigers in a sanctuary he
Wow.
got, but I couldn't get one town in Texas.
Hmm.
Just
So that might
all
be a
over the
mythological
place.
sort of a place there,
We'll have
George.
to ask Joe.
Well, no, but he's right because I did see the stat that
Who's Joe?
Joe Rogan.
Oh.
Joe Rogan mentioned it.
But what was that you were saying?
Yeah, well, so I did see the stat that there are more tigers in Texas than in the wild altogether.
Well, there you go.
And also,
I guess that's what.
Don't believe what Joe Rogan says either.
All right, that's actually that could be a fair piece of advice. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, he doesn't have C-Rock working for him.
He doesn't
like we
have.
do. C-Rock is our fact checker. See.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
This is a great thing to have.
Joe Rogan does like DMT and then he kickboxes right after.
I love Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Me
What
too.
is DMT?
Oh, that will help you open your third eye as well.
Is it some sort of a
Yeah,
psychedelic
that'll
drug?
help with
Yes.
your
I have no
pineal
idea.
gland.
Okay, that sounds good. Have you done that, Sasha?
No, I have not, but I know about it.
Have you ever done any drugs?
This is the perfect place to be talking about this.
I mean,
Probably too.
did you give it all up at one point? Is that how you got all healthy? You were like a major drug addict and realized.
No, not at all. I don't. I just think everything should be more of an herbal.
Yeah, but how did you get to that? Weren't born like that. You must have been eating McDonald's like everybody else at some point.
In my 20s, I did. I drank Diet Cokes and ate fast food and didn't realize
And what drugs were you doing? You were doing smoking pot?
there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay, write that down.
I don't do it. I'm the type of person that it would put me to sleep, but I don't. I absolutely think it helps. Cannabis oil cures cancer. We can go into whole Joe Rogan.
Cannabis
here.
oil,
Cannabis oil
I think, is a good
Yeah,
thing. But smoking
you know,
anything is bad for you.
You want me to
you
go
know?
into that whole
I can't vouch for smoking anything, even if it's weed.
calcification
You know,
of the pineal
it's
gland
just-
to brainwash the people in America, so you keep going with big pharma and
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
go with the marijuana, the medical marijuana, which would actually solve all of our debt problems.
yeah,
but why
absolutely.
would the government want to do that, especially with Trump as president?
Medical marijuana
Yeah.
was
Well, that's
sold.
one of my things. I want to make legalization of marijuana here in New Orleans Parish. I want it to be legal because I think there's nothing wrong with marijuana.
Yeah.
Well, now you've
That-
got a platform.
It's
Yeah,
better
well,
for
to
you
get
than
elected
alcohol.
on.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know that everybody smokes pot? That everybody
Are you holding
would vote
right now?
for
Is that
you.
what you're saying? You're holding?
I'm just saying everybody would vote for you. Why don't you
I've
make
said
that
it
the
before. I've
platform?
said it 4 years ago. I said it 8 years
We've
ago.
been talking, how long have we been talking here? For 54 minutes.
Yeah.
You never brought up the
Well, we've been
platform.
talking about bubbles and water for 54 minutes.
You need to,
You know,
you
come
need to
on.
make that the first thing you say.
I
Legalize
said it
pot.
8 years ago. I said it
Well,
8 years
it's
ago.
8 years
That's
later
what's going
now.
to get you to the top.
That's
man.
what I'm talking about.
I've been saying it at all the forums I've been going to since we qualified in
Perfect.
July.
Okay. Well, that's all. Don't you think that's a winning platform? Seriously?
Yeah, absolutely.
This
It
is
was,
like a focus
It
group
was
right
recently
here.
decriminalized, wasn't it, in Louisiana? It was.
Yeah,
Which is
the
great.
whole of the
It's
state.
great.
The
What's
whole of
that?
the state.
Yes.
So-
or maybe in
or
Orleans
just Orleans
Parish.
Parish.
It could be just
I
Orleans
keep
Parish.
getting crackling in my headphones. I
No,
don't
that's
know
just
why.
your brain. It's your pineal brain. It's doing that.
Yeah, it's this.
Don't worry
it's
about
the third
that.
eye,
Yeah.
I guess. It's the third eardrum.
So can you legalize marijuana just in Orleans Parish?
Sure, why not?
Well, Jesus, you have to know the answer to that question. You need to
I
come
just
up with
said, sure, why
definitive-
not?
need
You
to
also
have-
said that you're from California and that you are an actor.
Yeah?
Well, they could all be true, you know.
What's your point?
They could all be. That's not mutually exclusive.
You
It
want to
could
meet
be.
my agent?
So legalizing marijuana is a winning platform for you. That's what I'm saying. Because I know that
Also
last.
repealing the traffic cameras. I'm going to get rid of the traffic
That's a
cameras.
good one.
Yeah, that's a
You
pretty
know?
good one.
Okay.
I'm getting rid of the whole sewage and water board. We're going to just wipe it, tear it all down, and start from scratch.
Get rid of the sewage and water board.
They're crooks. They're crooks. We're going to go back to the WPA, which was before the sewage and water board. You know how
Okay.
you spell the sewage? Do you know how they spell it on their label? It's a weird spelling.
Sewerage.
Sewerage.
Right.
Yeah, I thought
Well,
it
we
was,
pronounce it incorrectly.
I guess that's
We
it.
pronounce it sewage, but it's actually sewerage, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
So we're going back to that pronunciation if you're elected?
No, we're getting rid of
We're
it.
getting rid of the whole sewage and water
Yeah,
board.
getting rid
and we're
of
going
it.
to replace that with something called the WPA, which stands for what?
Which was something they had before the sewerage and
Right,
water
what does
board.
WPA stand for?
I have no idea.
You've got to know these things.
Why?
Because you're going to be the
Because the
mayor.
people's
When
attention
people
spans
ask you
now,
shit,
in today's, the millennial attention spans are like 3 minutes, and that's it. Less than 3 minutes.
Okay, what
Because
percentage
everyone's
of-
on this.
That is
Everybody's
not a
doing
good thing
this.
to say to your people.
No, this is why he's not getting elected.
Not
You need-
especially when the millennials are like
I was just thinking
main-
the same thing. What percentage of the voting public are millennials?
a lot.
Well, here's the saddest thing. The last election, only 32% of the parish voted. 32% of the registered
In the
voted.
mayoral election.
In the mayoral election 4
And
years
how
ago.
does that compare to the presidential election?
Probably
Not that different, probably.
Probably not that different.
So that's not that tragic. Well, you're not going to get any higher than that because that's just how it is.
Well, if you stir up some trouble.
If you could get...
If you stir up some trouble,
If you
because
could
I say trouble never ends.
Trouble never ends. That is a great slogan.
Yeah, because it doesn't with me in charge.
Who's going to be who's your campaign manager? Who's calling the shots here?
I'm calling it. It's a grassroots operation. I'm the candidate. I'm the manager. I'm everything.
Okay.
People call me up. Here's the greatest thing, though.
Yes.
What are you looking at her for? I mean, here's the greatest thing.
I don't know.
You want to go back to a diet question?
No.
Well, how about we talk
this-
about the back of your phone? That was interesting. It says "fuck the rest."
Yeah, I'm a huge Oakland Raiders fan. Fuck the rest. That's right, baby. Get a shot of that.
That's the Oakland Raiders slogan?
Yeah,
I
fuck the
I
rest.
didn't see the Oakland Raiders part. I just
didn't
saw
know that.
"fuck the rest."
That's either way, it's funny.
Yeah.
The NFL should be boycotted anyways.
Are you against the NFL?
Now I am.
Why?
After that, the NFL is going to replace the Sewerage and Water Board.
3 minutes to go.
Well, that was the end. What? We don't know what WPA stands for. Okay,
We'll find it out. Have your.
Works Progress Administration.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, so who's going to head that up?
Well, I'll head it up for a while, then I'll find
Okay.
someone who's honest and
All right.
non-corrupt, and maybe a him. I'll get this guy here.
George, are you interested in
Yeah.
heading up the WPA
Yeah.
and the new Chevrolet administration?
I don't know yet.
Are you allowed to use the word Chevrolet, by the way?
Yeah,
what's up
it's
with
my
Chevrolet?
it's my legal stage name.
Is it?
Yeah, it's legal.
Oh. How do you get to have a legal station? Isn't Chevrolet a brand name? Or did they get it off someone?
I don't know. I told them. I just say, when people ask me about that name, I say my mom was half French and half drunk. That's how I got it.
Okay, that's a good line as well.
Okay.
All right. Okay,
I mean,
great.
I've had it for over 25 years and I've never been sued, so
Chevrolet doesn't care.
they don't care.
No.
They actually like
If
it,
you
probably.
get to be the mayor, then
Yeah, they're gonna love it.
yeah. I mean, how could they be
Right,
upset about
exactly.
that? I'm sure they'll pay you to be a spokesman for Chevrolet.
Maybe.
What was the original Chevrolet slogan? See the USA in a Chevrolet or something like that? Wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. That was the 70s. Back in the 70s.
I think it
I
was
think
even before that.
maybe. I
A
don't
long
know.
time back. Okay, so the new album, we don't have a name for it yet. We're going to come up with a name for it, right? What about Trouble Never Ends?
There you go.
What about Trouble Never Ends?
As a title for the new record?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know.
That could be
Yeah.
good.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know.
No, I don't
Well,
know about that.
I've tried to get Andrew to do one. He's just finished an album too, and he's
That's
looking
right.
for a title for it. And he rejected mine, so you could have the title that he rejected if you like.
Which one is that?
I have two. One is Welcome to My World, which is a killer great one, isn't it?
Well, usually in a band,
Yeah.
I think it's a little too on the nose.
But
know?
usually-
Welcome to My World.
Welcome
you
to
can't
My
beat
World.
it. It's so
You-
stupid,
but
it's
usually-
back in again.
but usually in a
It's so
band,
bad
it's
it's
got to
good,
be a
right?
band vote, right? The band pretty much has to
Grant.
vote.
Yeah.
How many guys in your band? About 4 or 5?
There's 4 who are the core of the band, and then we have 2 additional members.
Right. So
yeah.
you have to have a vote. I mean.
Yeah, of course. We all have to agree
On
you know.
on the name of an album, and all
Yeah.
that kind of
Okay.
stuff. That's the way it works usually in a band.
Yeah.
Grant,
absolutely.
Welcome to My World is already an Elvis Presley record.
Oh, look
Right
at that.
there. But
1971.
You can't copyright in a title.
What was the second name?
But the other one?
Yeah.
The other one that I was more serious about that you also rejected was called Home for Incurables.
Home for Incurables.
Yes, which actually existed on, I think, was it Nashville Avenue uptown? It was actually a place, like a mental hospital.
Oh, wow.
It was called Home for Incurables. And they changed the name of it to something else.
When in doubt,
Bit
just
more.
always use Live at Budokan. It works for every band.
What about Home for Incurables? You like that? It's awesome, right?
Which one?
Home for Incurables. Isn't it a great title?
That might be good for like
Yes.
my solo
Solo record.
my solo record or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, not for this one.
No.
And the band is called Nebula Rosa.
That's right.
Okay, so can
What
we
does that mean?
It means like a nebulous rose.
Okay.
Isn't it something to do with the planets?
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like a body of
Is it
like
Mars?
gas.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a
Is it
body.
Mars?
Like
Well,
a
you
big
know-
star that exploded.
I think The Hold Up is a good. That song you sang?
Yeah.
That's a good title for an album. The Hold Up.
The Hold
The
Up.
hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nebulous Rosa, The Hold Up.
That's a good
Oh,
movie.
what's The Hold Up?
What's the Hold Up? It's a good movie title, too. I bet there is a movie called The Hold Up, probably, though, already.
Probably.
Yeah.
You know.
Talking of which, do we have to get out of here? We do. That's the end of another happy hour. What an interesting
Very.
collection of conversations. We've
Very.
learned a lot today.
Yes.
We've learned that the next mayor of New Orleans is going to
Legalize pot.
legalize
which
pot.
is a great thing.
And get
is-
rid of the traffic
and is-
cameras.
and is against dogs.
And
Which
against
I've
dogs.
never heard a human being say that in my
No,
entire
and
life.
I don't like people that don't like dogs.
Well, I guess that's one vote I'm not
If
getting.
you don't like dogs, there's something wrong
But
with
the
you.
interesting thing about it is he's on the dog side. He's like a little dog liberation guy.
Yeah,
How do you not-
exactly.
That's what's
How
strange.
do you look at a picture of a French bulldog and say it just looks unhappy?
Well, you didn't actually say that, did you?
Yes, you did.
I did?
He did.
I said
Did
it
he
looks
say that?
stressed.
Did he say that?
Well, we can go back and
Okay,
find
we'll
out.
have to rewind
Yeah.
the tape on that one. I don't know. I've never heard a human being in my life say that. It's very interesting.
Well, you got to hang out with me more.
I would love to, especially if you're the mayor and you can fix my parking problems. That would be awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. That's been another happy hour. The future mayor of New Orleans, Manny Chevrolet
Thank
Bruno,
you
has been
again.
here. What number
I'll
are
see
you
it again.
on?
I'm number 34 on
Number
the ballot.
34 on the ballot.
Yeah.
Okay. And Sacha Owens has been here. You can find Sacha down at the Prime Fitness RX gym down on Julia Street. And look for the next one on the 14th floor of 201 St. Charles Avenue Plus, St. Charles. I'm looking forward to seeing that open.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations. And you're welcome. And George Elizondo, thank you for coming back and seeing us again and playing one beautiful song. I'm sorry I didn't get to make you play another.
It's all good. Thank you.
But
Grant.
next time, come on back. And if any single women are looking to date you, you're available.
Take my advice. Fuck a lot of women.
The producer of our show is Graham DePonte. Our associate producers are Alison Moon and April Stolf, who's going to be next week hosting the show right here. Christian Unruh is our music director, and Jean Valois is our music producer. Thomas Walsh is our technical director, and today's show is engineered by Joe Schreiner. Our live feed director is Asher Griffith, who put all this on Facebook Live, and our fact checker and general, I don't know what's a good name for you, Siroc, is Andrew Siroc. What title should I call you?
Smartass.
Smartass is Andrew Siroc. Our theme music was written by and is currently being played by Mitch Foreman. If you'd like to be on our show and you can stay upright for about an hour while drinking alcohol, drop us a line. Our address is on our website. It's New Orleans, where you can also find many other hours of happy hour to listen to, plus some other shows we make here. Out to Lunch with Peter Raschuti, live from Commander's Palace, and Louisiana Eats with Poppy Tooker. You can find other great Louisiana podcasts at itsacadiana.com and itsbatonrouge.la. You can keep up with us on Facebook, Twitter, and a bunch of other time-sucking social media as well. And all of it we're called It's New Orleans. You can find photos from this show on itsneworleans.com, and on our Facebook page, those photos were taken today by Alison Moon. If you listen to this on your favorite podcast app, thank you for subscribing to us. Take a moment, if you've got one, to rate and review us. That'll help other people find us. Our show is recorded live today at Wayfare on Ferret Street in Uptown New Orleans. Happy Hour is a production of I Know Broadcasting for itsneworleans.com. For Andrew Duhon, everyone else around the table at Wayfare here and back at our office at I Know Broadcasting, I'm Grant Morris. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you back here next week on Happy Hour when the fabulous April Love Stolf is going to be hosting the show. Where are you going to be? See you next week.
Venus, your style guide for fun, sexy style, is getting you ready for shorter days and cooler weather during the annual Venus Fashion Week event. The new Venus Fall Fashion Collection has arrived, and it's a perfect time to get amazing deals on new styles that have made Venus famous from weekdays at the office to weekends on the town. Shop hundreds of new fall styles and get $15 when you spend $100, $30 off when you spend $150, and $50 off when you spend $200 or more. Just go to Venus.com or download the Venus app and use the promo code SWEATER to save during the last days of Venus Fashion Week.